Chapter 93. It's been years, my friend, hasn't it? While our time together just lasted for a little bit. Who cares about the passing of years? If one of us is in dire straits, the other one simply appears. Hello, welcome. The bouncer at the door smiled kindly and held open the door for him. Nightcat was, as Jenny had pointed out the first night they met, a nice place. The bouncers were middle-aged, welcoming people rather than intimidating muscle men. I'd like to meet the band before the show. I'm on their guest list. While Peter hung his denim jacket in the closet, the bouncer checked the list, stroked his bald head and smiled. They're probably behind the stage. The lodges are there. Right next to the stage there's a door. It's barely visible because it has the same panel as the hall, but if you look closely you will see the handle. Inside there's a corridor and there is a lodge on each side. Thanks. He returned the smile and took the steps towards the stage. The door to the lodge on the left was ajar. He assumed that meant she was dressed. He peeked inside. She sat at a dressing table putting on lipstick. He could not see her face. The mirror was not directed toward him. Slowly he opened the door. Now he understood what Kevin had meant, that it was only when you saw Jenny that you understood why the band was called Zebra. Her hair was a bit longer than shoulder length and about half of the hair was blonde, while the long tips were carbon black. He leaned against the doorpost, swallowed, and said, "Hello, Jenny." He saw how she froze. It felt like an eternity before she turned around. Had she recognized his voice? Was she sitting and thinking about how to react? How would she react? Angrily? Coldly? Happily? He swallowed again. For some reason, his throat felt dry. She turned around but didn't look at him. She looked at the floor. He saw her gaze wander from his feet up to his face. When he met her gaze, it jolted him. Kevin had told him, but he had not expected it, not to this degree. He had never seen such sadness, such sorrow in her eyes. They looked at each other for several seconds. Then she got up and walked towards him. He met her in the middle of the room, and they held each other tightly.